Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Got sand in my eyes!
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed. Mahag Saar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Lagiel were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Lagiel is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but... frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing, having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
Somehow, things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Yeah, it's all ruined. Houses and everything else.
Even if it was all in the name of beating the Renans, this is...
These ones can run rings around us!
Stand back! I'll trip it up!
Take this! It's over!
Now or never!
We're thinning them out. I'll admit I'm impressed. Very slightly.
Try this! Explosive ring! Come and face me!
Sleep now.
Swallow blade! Dragon swarm! Demon fang!
Now I'm real mad!
Take this! You're finished! Demon fang!
Do it!
First strike! Rinwell!
Demons descend!
Flashing fang!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
feel all bent out of shape.
I know what you mean. Hard to settle down after seeing all those ruins.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow! Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances and they seem to have taken a nosedive. I don't remember us making any big purchases, though.
Ah, that may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? I mean, that unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Whoa, is that a...
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Danan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual. Ever since we Renans conquered Dana, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do my part to help preserve both our people's storied histories.
Well, if it's to preserve Danan history, then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
You must understand. Had I let that opportunity pass me by, I'd never have come across this item again.
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that money doesn't grow on trees.
I may have been a lord, but I realize that much.
It's not enough to simply realize it. You have to internalize the concept too. Even after all this time, you still have no real sense of money. Our funds aren't your personal wallet. We camp outside and eat grass for dinner to try and stretch every last gold we have. You never know when we may need it.
I don't think we're so poor that we have to eat grass or anything.
Shut up, Alphen.
Shutting.
Let's just agree to not spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good.
Alphen, your blazing sword draws its power from Shion's Fire Master core, right?
So I'm told.
Then why don't you use yours, Dohalim?
You mean my Earth Master Core, yes?
Yeah, I mean, you still carry it around with you, don't you?
I do. Each Master Core contains the astral energy harvested from Danan's slaves over the course of the last 3 centuries. Though only a select few qualified people, namely the Lords, can wield them, they nevertheless hold too much power to simply abandon.
If only the Lords are supposed to be able to use them, how come Alphen and Xion can use theirs?
That may be because Xion has embedded the Fire Master Core within her body, something which wouldn't have occurred under normal circumstances.
Okay, but why do you still carry yours around?
Just as Danans see Master Cores as symbols of the lives and resources robbed from them, so too do I view mine as a symbol of our lasting sins. The pain and agony wrought upon this world by my predecessors, as well as the injustice enabled by my own inaction, are all housed within my Master Core. It is a testament of all that I have done wrong. It cannot ever be used again, nor fall back into the wrong hands.
Dohalim.
You didn't differentiate between the deaths of Danans and the deaths of Renans.
Danans and Renans both spill blood and languish in agony all the same. I just couldn't bear to hear it any longer. That's all.
Little late for that.
Thanks for waiting. Eat as much as you like.
Mind if I join you, Law?
Oh, hey, Alphen. What's up?
Nothing. I was just surprised to see you weren't training for once. Got a stomachache or something?
You know I don't literally train around the clock, right? I do take breaks.
Do you? It seems like you're training every chance you get.
Well, yeah, it can't be helped if I want to get stronger. Still, it's important to let your muscles rest every now and then. That's what my dad told me anyway.
Zephyr said that?
When I was a little kid, yeah. I would get so excited whenever he came home. I always followed him wherever he went and tried to learn as much from him as I could. He said, it's good to be passionate, but don't overdo it. Just like there are times when you want to take a break from studying, sometimes your body wants to take a break from training too. I was always rushing around and forgetting to rest, so he ended up telling me that a lot.
That definitely sounds like him.
It's nothing to get sad over. Still, I can't help but wonder if that was my dad's way of teaching me the dangers of rushing into things too quickly. Then again, maybe I'm just overthinking things. I wish I'd had more time to talk to him about this kind of stuff. See you guys tomorrow. I feel pretty refreshed after that sleep. Hey, isn't that what we've been trying to find?
Don't get careless.
Don't tell me! That frickin' does it!
Come one, come all.
It's over! Can't get out of this!
Flying freak! Why can't they just sit still?
Xion, can you take care of it?
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I can carve
Prepare to
through
be
armor!
sealed, O fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Let's talking now! Frozen!
Hammer!
Water! Hear
Not
my
here.
call!
Stardust!
Blood! Raging Hill!
Rising Phoenix!
I'll tear you apart!
Blue escape!
I'm on a roll!
Demon Fang!
So those are Dan and Astral F.
Explosive ring!
Something you want?
Not so long as you keep them pointed toward the enemy.
With this, I can become even stronger!
An opponent like this should be easy. Okay, try this! Explosive ring!
Light don't mind if I do! It's a duel of the arts!
You're mine!
Lightning
Demon
Resist!
Fang!
Thunder Blade!
Dragon
This one's
Sword!
mine! Now for something special!
Far enough!
Can't get out of this!
I'm on it!
Burn it
Now!
out!
Astral Energy! Full throttle!
I'll take you all on!
The enemy wields art too.
You'll soon see about that!
Rising Phoenix!
Raging
Here I come!
Sweet now! I'll be saving this one!
Rising Falcon!
Annihilation!
Demon Fang!
Tempest Whirl! A banana! Let's go!
Talon Hurricane!
This could be useful.
I think Hoodle senses something.
I see plenty of ruins around here, too. It must have been a big town bustling with people back in the day.
For Crown Contest participants, places such as these are but vectors for the astral energy they pursue. Similar to that windmill, for instance.
What's this thing?
Here I go!
Eagle Fly! Lightning condemned! Bloody!
Will this help?
You're
It's like
mine!
trying to keep up with a wolf!
Throw away!
No, I won't give in.
Airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Now I can let loose.
Let them mark! Lightning raging cascade!
You're mine! Demon Fang!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right, next one.
Not a chance!
Already on.
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Demon Fang! Take this! Flash! Swarm of Blade! Dragon Swarm! Demon Fang!
Now I'm in the groove.
Here I come! Now I can...
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Right.
Demon Fang!
Raging storm!
Take this!
Here's a hero!
Dragon Swarm! Demon Fang! Blow them away! You're mine!
I'll
Smash you!
Demon Fang! Take this!
Healing circle!
Dragon
Do
Swarm!
it! It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this. Maybe something's going on in the forest.
I'll heal you all, primed and ready.
I'll tear you apart!
Healing circle.
Don't mind if I do.
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint.
Demon Fang!
Nope, that is silly.
Water, hear my call.
I'm on! You're mine!
Prepare to be sealed on a fleet of foot. Actually, found is more appropriate.
Less talking, more
In a
doing.
bind?
Demon Fang!
Water,
Dragon Swarm! Take this! Dragon Swarm!
Tectonic punch!
Try this!
Freeze Lancer.
Explosive Ring! Burn it out! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off!
Now I'm in the groove.
Lightning orb!
Demon Fang!
Raging cascade! Mega ray!
Do it.
Dragon
We
Swarm!
go. Demon's descent.
Flashing Fang!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. There. There's something in the water.
This won't be easy.
Don't be such a pessimist.
Glacial Spear.
I can carve through armor! If it curls up, try to get out of the way. Rip it! Watch this! Eagle Assault!
Fang!
It's almost too strong.
Then I'll split it open!
Be my guest!
Hurricane! Eagle Drive!
This one keeps charging us.
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Gun! I'll leave it to you!
Freeze Lancer!
You're mine!
Raging Cascade!
It's on! Dragon Swarm! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Will this help?
If it's in the sky,
Burn!
Photon Flat!
Burn!
Lightning Healing
Off my front
Glacial Spear.
Pierce Evo!
I'm sorry to be a father.
We've all got enough on our
Escape!
hands.
Yes, ma'am.
Dragon Swarm! Demon Pack!
Come and face me.
By the power of water!
Eat this! All finished
I never miss!
I can carve through armor!
Can't be swallowed! Flawless Flight!
Dragon Swarm!
Do it!
Look sharp.
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
I'm on a roll now!
Demon Pack!
Eat this!
Graviton Field!
Whirlwind Watch it!
Dragon Swarm!
Downfall!
Demon Pack!
Do it! Reveal! Demons Descend! Flashing Fang! Take this!
Mega Ray! Annihilation! Shield! Mega
I'll
Ray!
run you
Laser
through! Do it!
Breath!
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
You guys want to rest here?
Have you guys checked your equipment lately? Everything's going pretty well so far. Hey, Rinwell, what was that whole legend you were talking about earlier, back when we were by the gate?
Huh? Oh, you mean about the Darkwings? It's an old story about a Dahnan hero that's been passed down for generations.
Like I said, I sure haven't heard it before.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, long ago, there was an evil king who tried to bring all of Dahna to ruin. However, a pure black owl heard the pleas of the people and decided to help. It chose a young hero and bestowed upon them a holy flame that was capable of vanquishing the king. The story goes that the young hero challenged the king and defeated them with the flame. Seeing Dahna had been saved, the people flew the crest of the Darkwings as thanks to the owl for its help. From what I understand, it used to be a really well-known story before the Renans came.
I guess our people must have forgotten it over time. It's lucky for us you still know it. You sure are well-versed in these sorts of things, Rinwell.
You know, the part where the hero defeats the king with a flame reminds me a little of Alphen.
Come on, it's just a story. Besides, if we're talking about an owl helping anyone, Hootle would definitely choose Rinwell.
Sure, I might have helped take out our own kind of evil king with the others, but I'm definitely no hero. That and Hootle's wings aren't even black. Huh.
Thanks for waiting. Eat as much as you like.
Make sure to get some good rest. All right, guys. Ready to go?
Mahag Saar, a land where the winds scar and the clouds stretch far.
Kisara? What is he doing?
Reciting a poem, apparently. Just let him be.
Okay, off we go.
We should be able to cook here. We should be able to cook here.
This place gives me the creeps. You really think that lord is hiding out here?
Be careful. The air is dense with astral energy. Something's not quite right about this place.
How are you able to pick up on all this stuff anyway? Is it something that all astral arts wielders can do?
I must admit, I'm curious myself. Perhaps her Dahnan bloodline has something to do with it.
Dohalim.
Apologies. I meant no disrespect.
Stay alert, everyone. There's a good chance that she already knows we're here.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard. I suppose if you're a lord going into hiding, a forest is one place to turn.
We don't know for sure she's here. Keep looking.
Isn't that what we were asked to find?